Hello again, I am Jim Bob and welcome back to our cleanup crew challenge for City Skylines Green Cities here on the PS4. And we need to really start expanding our territory a little bit more in terms of landmass that we've built on. We need to build our population up quite substantially because we're still under 40,000 people, as you can see. We also need to improve the number of jobs that are available. We still have pretty heavy unemployment figures, as you can see, 17% unemployment at the moment. Now, we could just keep adding to our traffic issues over here by just building more and more industry. And I have been toying with the idea of a way to deal with this, and I've been coming up with the idea of just having a road that feeds off at this point here and just goes over the top and then runs all the way down to about here, just as an an overpass escape road. That would certainly speed up the way that some of this traffic can exit the estate. As you can see, we're getting a little bit of an issue here, but for some reason we are still having problems here. I think we might have stop signs on our roundabout or give way signs. I just want to have a quick check. See, this should all be flowing nicely, but it's not. We do have traffic lights just here. We're going to change these to just standard open road like this. That should help speed things up a little bit, because these side roads, these aren't used that often, so that should certainly sort out some of that. Again, it's the delay here that's causing the problem. Now, one way we can get around this, I think, would be for us to actually take this little side street out completely, like that, and take this out completely, and instead, because I think part of the problem is that the traffic is merging with the roundabout. No, sorry, merging here just before the roundabout would be to, and this could deform the roundabout. Hopefully it won't. Should probably actually go ahead and put in a cross piece just to keep it steady. If it'll let me. I don't think it will. Alright, let's do that. And then this road here, we'll do that. And let's see if that actually makes a difference. It's not particularly smooth curves, but at this point, you know, I just want it to run. I just want it to work. So let's change direction. That piece there. Take these out. And let's see, is this going to improve our traffic flow around here? A little bit. You can see that having this extended number of lanes on this side is giving us that dedicated turning lane to go off that way, which is good. That's what I wanted, so we can filter that traffic a lot more effectively. We are getting a decent flow of traffic here. So this seems to be working. That also is encouraging. And again, let's try and convince the traffic to get into the right lane. If we have dedicated turning lanes like that, it looks a little bit weird, but we're creating a dedicated turning lane for any traffic that wants to go that way. We're leaving, ideally we'd like to leave a lane clear there, but we can't, so the only way around that would be to expand that back to 3 and then go to 4 just here. So we end up with these sort of extra little turn lanes like that, and it tries to hopefully filter the traffic around here a little bit better. I mean, it should all go off on that lane there anyway, so we probably don't really need that one there, to be honest. Keep that at 3, because again, if we go to 2 lanes there, that then will make the right hand lane a dedicated right turn only lane, so that solves that issue. So that's running reasonably smooth. We're still getting a huge volume of traffic making its way up here, but it's not sort of snarling up until it hits the roundabout, and then it's just this bit here where it's filtering. We're forcing it to run down here, and for whatever reason it still doesn't want to play nice at this point. Even if I go to 3 lanes here, it's still not going to make a difference, because again, all the traffic is filtering in this way and it's not cutting through here. Now, this is because we put the ban on heavy vehicles, I think, in this area, if memory serves me correct. So it's forcing it to go around the outside, but even so, we're still not getting much traffic moving through here at all, really. And again, we're snarling up over here, which also slows things down a little bit, but not too bad. As you can see, there's not a massive amount of traffic problems down this part of the estate. So I want to put in this... Oh, I broke my power connection. I didn't realise I'd actually broken a needed connection. I thought I'd just taken out an unnecessary bit of power line there. Let me put that back in there a second. There we go. Let's put in this very quickly, put in this bypass. So from here, let's go freeform, and we want to build this up to run over the top. And then try and bring it back down onto here if I can. I'm going to break the power line again. Having just put it back in there, I'm going to break it again. Never mind. So if we do that, let me just see if traffic starts to use this. Again, we'll... should we go... Yes, maybe we'll just go slip road. We don't need 2 lanes of traffic, because it's... Even if we put in 2 lanes, they won't use both lanes. They'll only use one of those lanes. So we may as well go slip road, make it a fast road. Like that. And make it an attractive opportunity for traffic to gain a little bit of speed. And I've got to replace that power line again now. Let's let's run from here and then cut across like that. And there we go. We are getting some traffic already starting to use our sort of filtering slip road there, and that will help reduce some of the traffic off this roundabout. Hoping it'll reduce some of the traffic from around here as well. Doesn't seem to have done yet. Still getting a lot of traffic filtering this way. I'm going to move our hospital medical facility slightly. Just going to put it there for a second because I want to upgrade this bit of road here to 3 lanes as well, and I couldn't do that with that in the position it was, so I have to move it and then put it back in. There we go. We could do with an extra lane here, I think, possibly. Just try and filter the traffic around a little bit better. Again, it's probably just going to stick to just using that inside lane again. Yeah, it is. So there's no point in us putting in all these wider lanes to handle more traffic when we can't route the traffic the way we want to. It's just It's the maddening frustration of not being able to actually manage traffic properly. We just have to plonk down roads and hope that they have the kind of desired effect. But you can see we are getting a big reduction in traffic through, swooping through this way now. Look how much quieter this roundabout is now that stuff is using the bypass, and only stuff that really kind of needs to go this way, either to filter back out that way, or to turn into our rail freight terminal just here. That's all that is actually turning off this way, and the stuff that needs to just get out of the estate quickly is doing so by whizzing itself all the way down there, which is awesome. This is still slow though. Once again, we're bottlenecking our traffic at the roundabout because I can't manage that traffic any better. It won't let me it won't let me filter it any better. Never mind. We've done what we can. The only other option now would be to have a bypass road, I suppose, cut straight over to here. Maybe we should try that as well. So let's go freeform. I'm actually going to take out... No, I'll leave that there. Let's put this split in just here. Get this road to scoot up. I need to change my snapping options because they're a little bit steep still. Don't want to go that steep going up a hill as well. I want to make that a little bit more gradual. Do it a bit closer. Let's do it here. Come off at a raised angle. Take that out. Not very stylish, I know, but it gets the job done. Again, we'll put single lane slip road because there's no point putting 2 lanes of traffic there. It won't run 2 lanes of traffic, it'll only run 1. So it's a waste, so we might just go with a single lane slip road. We should, once I fix the power lines again, we should now start to see a bit of an improvement. Some of our traffic starting to filter out. The stuff that needs to get to this part of the estate should now immediately start to filter itself off. We're going to have to wait for some of this traffic to move through. They're on predetermined routes already. So, again, we'll, on the build-up, we'll stick in a dedicated turn-off lane, like that, to try and filter the traffic. Let's do that on the approach there as well, for both of those bits. And look how much traffic it is bypassing our roundabout here. Have we put traffic lights on there now? How have they got traffic? Oh, of course, we changed to 6-lane road. It just automatically seems to plonk traffic lights on whenever you put a 6-lane interchange on there for some reason. But there we go. Traffic is flowing around this part of the area so much smoother now. Question is, have we caused a massive pile-up anywhere else? It's pretty hectic over here, but although it's a small roundabout, this one might actually benefit from going to 4 lanes. At least on that half anyway. Try and get that traffic into the estate as quickly as we can and efficiently as we can. It's not looking so good over here now, is it? It's getting a little bit sort of snaffled and snarled up over here. Those extra lanes are now actually causing us a bit of a problem, so we'll have to downgrade back to 3. I think that's going to be the better way. We should probably downgrade this to 2 lanes, actually. Rather than 3. See if that helps at all. I really don't know if that's going to do us any favours. I think what I'll do is I'll change the direction of this road here as well. No longer make that... Oops, that's an upgrade, isn't it? No longer make that an exit point, and before those buildings despawn, which they're probably about to, let's quickly switch the road back to what it should be. Let's make that 2-way. There we go. Yeah, we despawned those buildings accidentally. They'll come back. I hope. I hope they'll come back. Now we've got a broken power connection over here. It just never stops, does it? Just when you think you've got things sussed, something pops up to go, nope. Don't want to block off our actual zoning there, so I've got a connection through there. It's a tenuous one, but it works. I'm not building on this bit of road here, so let's do that. That should work. Broken our power connection over for our water. Oh, of course, because that's connected that way. Yeah, that's why. So there we go. That's sorted our water and sewage issue out, now that we've reconnected power over here. Now everything's just sticking to a single lane this way. Gonna go back to 3 lanes and hope. Alright, so we've at least taken the traffic issue away from here. We've kind of pushed it over to this little bit over here a bit, but overall it's a lot better than it was. It's just a little congested getting into this estate, and then the filtering system works getting everything back out again. So you can see no traffic issues over here or around here, no traffic issues through here, no traffic issues over here. Everything's using our little bypass road there. It's a little noisier. It's only this little stretch of road here that is struggling a little bit. And I am wondering whether or not what might be a good idea would be to add in an additional little... Maybe do it here. And just filter straight in at that point there. That might get some of the traffic in the estate a little bit quicker. What it also might do is cause us a real issue with traffic wanting to switch across 3 lanes. Again, we'll just leave it for a second just to see if that is going to filter the traffic better. And we will put these sound walls up. Just to try and, again, reduce noise around here just a little bit. There we go. I'm hoping what that's going to do is it's going to allow this part of the traffic to flow much easier, because there's less of a conflict at this junction here. And so far, it seems to be working pretty well. It's actually really smooth here. I thought that might be a problem, but it's actually flowing pretty well. I think we've just fixed our traffic issues. It's not the most glamorous of solutions. You know, it looks a little bit ugly with these kind of little roads. And if we spent time, a lot of time and a lot of patience, you know, reworking our road connections like this, these slip roads, we could get everything flowing very, very smoothly and very nicely and looking very, very good. But it's working now, and I don't really kind of want to rock that boat. If it works, I don't want to start trying to recreate it, but in a much more aesthetically pleasing way, and potentially not get it working as well again. So we'll leave it like that. You know, it could look better, but it works. That's the important thing. We have our quick escape routes in and out to filter our traffic, so that the stuff that needs to hit the roundabout here can do, as you can see. The stuff that needs to hit here, which is mainly emergency vehicles and trash trucks, can do. So that takes them out of our sort of main traffic build-up over here. This will filter all the necessary traffic around here. And now that we've done that and we've got rid of those tailbacks, I mean, just look how well everything is flowing. There's no sudden build-up or pile-up of traffic, because it's not getting held up. It's able to flow so much more smoothly. That is a massive, massive improvement. What's our traffic flow turned out as a result of doing that? I should have checked what it was before. It's up to 83% again. Obviously, we've got a couple of hot spots. Quite busy here. We could speed things up a bit, actually, because we're not building along here. Let's speed this up to a bit of 3-lane highway, so that we get 2 lanes that will turn off and then one that goes straight on. And then that we can speed up to 2 lanes, and that we can speed up like that. Can't really do anything about this. That has to stay as standard road, or else we can't get these buildings on there. But that'll speed our traffic movement up even more. There we go. And no real jams, look. A couple of little bits of occasional pausing, but no queues, no snarl-ups. I'm very happy with the way that's turned out. So let's look at adding in more sort of job opportunities within our city itself. Now, we have got a bit more space still over by the farm. I think we could add in a little bit more farm zoning, so we can get some more sort of rural jobs over here. Let's go to select and let's just add in another block of farmland over here, like so. Take that one out. There we go. Don't really want to put it on the entrance road. We could even add some extra sort of road to our farm over here as well. So we'll add in a little bit of extra to the farm itself. We still got a little bit more sort of agricultural land over here, as you can see. So we'll just extend this. Put in a sort of a connecting loop around. We're going to need to improve our water over here, I think. Yep, just a little bit, not too much. Let's pause. Let's take that piece of pipe out. Let's get it lined up. run that across. There we go, and we can add in some more farm jobs this way, so it's a bit more agricultural employment over here. I don't want to block the whole lot yet. I just want to block it in stages. I want to make sure that these jobs are definitely being filled. I suppose we could also try and improve services around here in terms of upgrading the farm to provide better class jobs. Let me take a quick look at a typical building. So we've got 16 uneducated workers working here. Sorry, 16 uneducated job posts and 10 highly educated people working here. So our workers are here, but they're massively overqualified. So if we can encourage some of these buildings to level up a bit, then we can improve the quality of the building, which will improve the jobs and the quality of the jobs. And maybe even create additional ones as well. So let's throw in... I'm going to go with a couple of plazas, I think. Nice and easy with these ones. These plazas with trees. I'll plonk these in a couple of places a bit centrally. Might look a bit weird, but if I can do it in the right spot... potentially get some of these buildings to level up a little bit. There we go. You can see they're changing colour. The leisure is improving those buildings ever so slightly in terms of leisure activities. Let's put a plaza here on the entrance as well, actually. Like there, and we'll put one there. Like that. So that gives our workers, you know, a nice little bit of a place to come to. We should hopefully see a couple of upgrades, but more importantly, what we are going to need to really improve this area is some good services nearby. So that means police, fire, medical. So the nearest police station is just there. If we were to actually maybe relocate that, it might have a knock-on effect on this district here. I'm just wondering... God, my pad's playing up again. They've been really good for the last few days, and it's just started playing up again. I'm going to have to take this thing back. It's driving me absolutely insane now. I only had it a couple of weeks, and you can see what I mean. It's just, it's unusable. It's so frustrating. Let's put that there and just see. Yeah, it's a big wave of happiness, but does it improve the buildings? Maybe it's not so much with police. What about fire? Where's the nearest police station? Oh yeah, definitely a big fire risk over here. We do have a fire station there, but you can see the high risk over here. So adding this in, actually, we can probably get rid of the police station. As long as we have a fire station on the estate, let's stick that here next to our plaza. That should make a big improvement. Fire risk is reduced. It's still a bit of a risk though, which is surprising. And what about medical services? Where's our nearest medical? Again, it's just there. We don't really need one of those over here. We've already got the medical coverage, so hopefully that will improve some of these buildings a little bit. Having better medical, better leisure facilities and better fire. Haven't seen lots and lots of pings. I don't know if agriculture seems to respond the same way as a normal, area would, like an office area or a commercial district. But having said that, there were already existing services pretty close just here, so they haven't had the same volume of impact that we might have seen elsewhere. You can see these new businesses trying to get some staff in. It's offering 12 uneducated jobs, so we do kind of need, ideally, low education job or low education workforce, which isn't easy to do. Throw in some office space. I'm just trying to figure out where to do it. See, we've got bits dotted all the way through. I've got some space along here. Let's throw some offices in along here. Around the university and the kind of entrance to this block of our city. We put some office buildings in there like that. That should reduce the industrial demand quite significantly, and hopefully will also provide a nice little bit of a bump to our unemployment numbers. There's no point creating a whole ton of houses when, you know, people can't work. Unemployment's actually gone up. We had a ton of new jobs in, and unemployment goes up. That makes no sense. Maybe the population's going up as well. Population's actually going down. So it's not that. Oh, there we go. Population is increasing. A bit by way. It's kind of fluctuating, isn't it? But unemployment. How is unemployment getting worse when we add in a whole ton of new jobs? That doesn't make sense. These buildings are going to level up quite quickly as well, because again, they're close to existing services, so they'll go in at a low level, but they'll level up incredibly quickly. If we take a look at this one, for example, you can see it's already upgrading into its second level. That one there already at full level 2. That's going to upgrade to level 3 pretty quickly. This one here just going up to start with. Let's see how quickly this one actually goes through the upgrade process. There we go, jobs are being filled. Office is now with a very happy workforce. That one there, you can see already well on its way to fully upgraded, which is going to add even more jobs. So it's not a huge number of jobs that we've created, but it should have made a little bit of a dent. Unemployment's still 19%, but the population's gone over 40,000. We need to really start bumping up our numbers, but like I said, we need to create more jobs before we can do that. I think we might actually possibly have to add in a bit more industry over here. Just looking to see where we can do that. I don't really want to do it off the roundabout, but might have to. Let's throw a block in just there. Let's check our services over here as well. Yeah, so we've got good coverage there. This estate's in very good shape service-wise. But we could do with improving it over here perhaps. So let's throw, just looking at which way the traffic's supposed to flow. Let's throw in a fire service just there. Haven't got space for a police as well. Not unless I change the way the road sits. I can do that. Right, let's get police to sit out there. Let's flip this around to there. Let's take this road out here, move it ever so slightly. like that. That needs to go that way. And then that needs to go that way. That's a bit rough. We can make a neater connection than that. There we go. It's not again. Oh, that's terrible with that bump now, isn't it? Got to be really careful because of where we've put the bridge, the overpass. That's a bit smoother. Better joining angle there as well, I think. So we do that. And I should hopefully have space for a... Oh, it's too wide. It's too wide. Maybe I can get a bit more space if I do that. Is that going to give me enough space? No. Ugh. I don't make it easy on myself, do I? I'll just leave it like that. But that should hopefully improve our coverage over here slightly anyway. Medical's okay. There's a medical centre there. It's more police and fire than I'm concerned about, specifically fire. And it's still a fire risk. So we're going to have to put a fire station here, I think. Yeah. That was what we needed to do, so we'll take that from out from there. I'm going to get rid of that as well. Screw it. Now that is still a risk. It's actually quite a big risk over here. Right. What about that? See, that has a really positive effect on this, but because it's, you know, anything from here has got to go out and all the way around the estate to get back, hasn't really done me the favour there that I wanted it to. Never mind. That's flowing so well. So much better than it was. We still need to create more jobs. We still got very, very high unemployment. And so there's no demand for housing because why would you move somewhere where you can't work? I'm going to need to create another big job centre, a job site. And I think I might do it over here in this space that we have over here. So let's go to straight. Let's build a park, a retail park of some kind, or a business park of some kind. So we'll put in a roundabout, not a big one, but doesn't need to be too big. And we're also reasonably close to a freeway connection over here, so we could even bring traffic off this way, which I'm going to do, into the park this way. We'll have a sort of a roundabout entrance at both ends of the park, I think. There we go. So I'll have a roundabout there. So I can now filter traffic off this way, and I can filter traffic off this way. We'll kind of ignore that option there. But it also means I can filter stuff out of the estate this way, again, without causing problems with stuff coming in. It needs to be one way, doesn't it? It's all going the wrong way. Or half of it is. No, all of it is. Change direction because we're on right-hand traffic. There we go. Now no one can use those internal roads. They have to go around the loop. So let's create a park over here, a business park. Wow, look at the traffic coming in over here. Is that all stuff coming for the farm? I think it is. Okay, so we need to create a slip road for farm traffic. I'm worried that's going to distort the roundabout. Really worried, so I'm going to actually just build a straight road off there first. And then try and... There we go. Try and prevent that from melting down. And let's improve our traffic flow here. With the dedicated feeder lane. Oh, and instantly, look at that. We've got farm traffic going straight into the roundabout and straight into the estate. It's exactly what we wanted. And then that allows all the regular traffic, commercial and residential, to then carry on into the city at that point there. And then obviously we'll have the secondary access. I'm going to make it here, coming off here at this point. This is where we'll have our secondary access for our business park. So let's bring a road off here. Round about here. Just a little bit more movement. Sometimes these snapping lines can be a real pain. Come on. Have it ever so briefly. And then it disappears on me again. There we go. Let's just turn off snapping completely. Quicker and easier. Much less of a headache. Sometimes they're a good thing, sometimes they're just so frustrating when you get sort of roads that are intersecting with each other like that, and they just make it impossible for you to actually snap the road where you want it. Maddening, but not a lot you can do about it, really. Going to have a road that kind of comes off a bit of an angle. We want that to kind of come straight. I'm going to guess there for a second. Oh, we are in one way. There we go. So it comes at a slight angle like that. That works. And then obviously we want to have a road that runs this way. We'll sort out whether we're going to have a one-way flow through here later, but I just want to create a nice little flurry of jobs through here. 135-degree angle. This is where having the snapping tool would have been quite useful, but there we go. So we've got an interesting little kind of junction with our road here. There we go. Try and keep that nice and smooth and nice and reasonably well contained. It's a little bit crooked, but it'll do the job that we need it to do. That's the important thing. And again, we've got space to expand down here as well. We've got a kind of a main road that runs through. We could make that dual carriageway if we wanted to. We may well do that, actually. Let's put a little side street in here. Connect those together. Take that to there. Actually, no, let's not get too close to the freeway over there. But there we go. We have a nice little in and out roundabout over here. There we go. Slightly wonky roads leading up to the roundabout, but at least we can control the traffic a little bit better. We've got easy access to the freeway just here, and obviously connection to the city over there as well. I don't want to connect there, but I might possibly extend the road through onto this section here, if that proves to look like it might be beneficial going forward. So what I'll do is, between episodes, I'll plumb this area in, make sure we've got good water coverage, and then we'll start to straighten out the roads in terms of 1 and 2 directions, and start dropping in a load of offices over here. Hopefully make a big impact on our unemployment numbers and start to generate a demand for housing again, so that we can then push forward and boost our population. So that's it from me. Thanks for watching. I am Jim Bob, and I'll be back with some more of our Green Cities Cleanup Crew Challenge here on the PS4 very soon.